I was eagerly looking forward to our meeting. I have some questions from our last discussion.
Good. That eagerness shows progress. Clarifying doubts before moving ahead is essential. Doubts are like termites. If ignored, they quietly weaken the foundation and can collapse the entire structure later. Go on, ask.
If time is a mental construct created to organize events into cause and effect, does that mean the law of karma is also an illusion? And how exactly is the illusion of the passage of time created?
Very sharp questions. I will touch only briefly on the law of karma for now. After your understanding of no-self is established, we will return to this question to examine its function. For now, let us first refine your understanding of cause and effect. Cause and effect, as you experience them, operate mainly within the limits of survival relevance and attention. In reality, every action gives rise to countless effects, far more than the mind can register. The brain records only those outcomes that are meaningful, emotionally charged, or useful for survival.
You said every action creates countless effects, far more than the mind can register. Can you explain that more?
Yes. Consider a simple example. If you throw a stone into water, your mind notices only the ripples on the surface, that is all you perceive. But beneath the water, the same stone may strike a fish. If you notice this, the mind may label it as bad karma. Now look further. That fish might have been about to eat a worm. By knocking the fish away, the worm survives. If this were noticed, the same action could be labeled good karma. The action is one. The effects are many, and often contradictory. As you walk on a road, millions of microorganisms are destroyed under your feet with every step. Since you neither notice nor register this, it never enters your mental or karmic accounting.
So, karma is only what is noticed and remembered?
Exactly. What you call karma is not the total chain of cause and effect. It is only the tiny fraction that enters attention, is emotionally charged, and gets stored in memory. The rest, countless effects, continue unnoticed and unrecorded. That is why we must first understand cause and effect clearly. Only then can we examine karma without illusion. We will return to karma after this foundation is complete.